Live.
Onomatopoeia.
What?
Was that an instrument?
Bird pan flute?
That had to have been Fenton.
Undoubtedly so.
It's not
The silence
transmitting
is
through your mic,
speaking
unfortunately.
volumes.
I'm not playing anymore. I'm waiting to play D&D.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Welcome back to the Stained Glass Lens. The party left off last time in the city of Estelheim. The group itself made your way to the peak in order to speak with a woman known as Lady Eleanor to provide some answers as to why you met up in the Twin Blade cities that one fateful evening, but in the process, in the city, certain circumstances befell on you. You unraveled certain plots as to the nature of what is going on in this city. Through multiple different sources and through your own deductions, you figured out that there was a plot, a joint effort between the Orm Throne, the mages of Malefica, and the Terran underneath the city of Estelheim to smuggle in barrels of dragon's blood to blow up several key portions of this city. One of which is the Council of Seven, which is congregated here now after pamphlets rain down from the sky, announcing that the Orm Throne has revoked the treaty that has kept tenuous peace for the past decade or so, and that there would be an incipient war on the horizon. In the process, you involved yourself through Rook of the Sky, one of the figures in the Shimmering Sands, to delegate yourselves, or she delegated you as her representative in what is known as the Spiretop Saga, one of the more traditional fun tournaments that are run in the Estelheim Arena on occasion, particularly when there is the Council of Seven involved. And as Rook's representatives, you are soon to be competing against the representatives of 6 of the other main factions. The one by one they have been circling in, and you have been discussing with some of these leaders what your plans are, what alliances you'd like to make, upon which there are rather large stakes being bet, not in terms of gold or artifacts, but you discovered that there is a somewhat of a rivalry between Amadeus's 2 representatives and the fighters for the Inari dynasty. You can see sort of glaring in the sun, leaning with elbows rested on the railing, the very tall, imposing figure of Amadeus, sort of red scales shining beneath the prismatic armor he wears. On the other side, you can see in the shade the sort of blue and purple starry banners of the Inari dynasty, where Gia, the young leader of this dynasty, is sitting and speaking with some of her advisors. Caught between, you spoke with the Bloody Baron of New Kylax, quite literally making a fool out of this entire arrangement by sending in a circus as his representatives, and sort of the devil may care attitude about it he has. You know that Sazala Aselamo will be sending her troops, as well as the 2 who have not arrived yet, which is Malefica and the seat of Bajigdar itself in the Shimmering Sands. The Theft of a Rose.
Thief of
His name is
Roses?
not... The Thief of Roses. Thief of Roses. We'll go with that. But Theft of a Rose used to be my username for a very long time. It's a reference to a certain thing I'll explain later, but Thief of Roses, yes. You made a tenuous alliance with Amadeus to both prevent the representatives of New Kylax from winning, as well as should he be victorious or should Gia not win, you will be permitted entrance into the Ochre Kingdom for the 3 in your group who are forbidden from entering. You spoke with the Bloody Baron of New Kylax. Fenton managed to convince him to take it a bit more seriously than he was, and actually get to realize that most likely the stake of his nation is being made here. And Leora spoke with an old friend, Inari Gia, who publicly denied the alliance you were trying to forge, but in secret whispered to Leora that so long as Amadeus didn't win, she couldn't really care less and wanted what was best for Leora and her group instead of anyone else. What else? Reed spoke with Zazala, who seemed completely uninterested in the games, but had some revelations about the Tlani base and what happened there. And that's where we're picking up today. The sun beats down. It's a warm day, despite the, rather chilly air of this high of an altitude. After some other plot lines in Estelheim were wrapped up, including the whole issue with the Mages Guild, the Vault in the Lyceum Draconis, the fight out of the Crossbloods, and meeting Arho, Lorenz's twin brother. Those chains interactions with the Lord of the Mockingjay. A very long day, yes. With only one thread really unresolved, where Sventon's father has not been seen in quite some time. And the dawn of this tournament here. At sundown, they said the Champions Pavilion would be open for you to meet and mingle with some of the other competitors, and shortly after the games will themselves begin. But for now, it's a little past midday. We just got done speaking with Hano, who... No, you just got done speaking with, who was it?
Amadeus and
Amadeus
Inari.
and Inarijia.
Split into 2 groups.
And you split into 2 groups, yes. So who is heading out to shop and go generally about the city, and who is staying and remaining to speak with the other 2 factions, which would be the Shimmering Sands and Malefica?
I believe we have to reconvene first.
Yes,
So Chang can continue panicking.
It's not too difficult to reconvene, finding a little pavilion that's unoccupied. The 6 of you can stand in this midday atmosphere, feel the crisp, chill air, hear the excited burbles and murmurs of the crowd around you. What's the plan?
Jaina looked at Fenton. So, what did you guys find out from Amadeus?
More than expected, to be honest. It seems his 2 champions there will be the ones in the tournament themselves, but he's willing to make a truce of sorts between us and them, so long as we do not ally with Zia, which I was... well, how did that go?
Well, out loud, she spoke that she could not and would not make a truce, but Leora told me that she had whispered to her that best case scenario would probably be that all 3 of New Kylax, Amadeus, and Inari lose. So it seems like publicly it's kind of as expected, but secretly maybe that she wants us to do what's best for us.
She's doing what she can.
What does that look like for her if Amadeus triumphs over her?
At that point, it would probably be realistically out of her hands. But look, if we can get a leg up and somehow manage to beat all three of them, then I think that would that not fulfill everyone's wishes?
I believe it would, and one other, might I add. I made a plea to Amadeus requesting safe passage to the Stained Glass Palace for all of us, Chain, Foshkra, Reed, you included, should we thoroughly defeat Starost. And so we are given some sort of a pecking order here. If we come on top and Starost last, Amadeus above Zia, the rest should be... Well, of course, it's ambitious to assume we can arrange the victors in such a way, but those are our priorities.
You remember our quest throughout all of these games. That is good.
Well, this is simply a game, is it not? If there's an external benefit to it, we should seize it, yes? That being said, we've spoken to 5 of the 7 now. I'm admittedly curious if Rose and or Starost will have more to offer us. More information, at least. I don't think we are in a position to ally with them, but...
I do not think it would be a good idea for me to speak to the Rose.
That is understandable.
I'll go.
All right. Will you be all right to speak to him?
I'll be fine. I just have a few words I need to say.
We can at least get his angle on all of this. Probably won't be making a friend, but it is Starost I am admittedly the most interested in. If he's working with King Midas and Aurum Throne, he has stakes that go far beyond this arena.
Yes, their war and their use of the Tedron to get more of their gold.
Well, that sounds like a well enough plan. Then we speak to the other 2 as they arrive. Anything else you hope to achieve? I believe we might want to venture outside of the arena for some preparations, yes?
That would probably be wise. We do not know exactly what we are getting into just yet.
As long as we stay out of the underbelly.
I would like to leave these crowds. Many voices.
Agreed.
All right. So who's heading where specifically? Reed's heading out.
Koshko's heading out.
Koshka's heading out. Where's Chain?
Go to the 3 troublemakers first.
I guess Jane will go with them.
Sure.
Did they say where they were going? Or...
I don't think so, no, not yet.
Lorenz is staying to speak with the 2 arriving parties. Fenton, doing the same?
Yep, I'm doing the same. I will say to the party who's leaving, if you have the gold to spare and are able to find some perhaps better armor for me, I would appreciate it. Apart from that, whatever we can afford, potions and artifacts might be out of our price range, but I do think they'd be the most useful.
All right. Leora, what you're up to?
I guess until it's time to meet up with Soul, I'll go with Chain, Foshka, and Reed.
Awesome. All right. I would like one person from each party to roll a 1d20 to see who goes first.
I'm on it.
One. Oh.
Oh!
All right. The four of you pull away from the crowd up the large flock of stairs and towards the ambling staircases leading down towards the city proper. Where are you headed? Which direction? Which quarter of the city? There are sort of a nice set of double staircases that lead down, very wide, kind of like a pavilion, into the sunny shale side. There's a cable car station on one side that traverses the underbelly and pops out at the penumbra, and very dingy stations that lead down towards the depths of the underbelly.
I will visibly relax for turning to the others.
If we're looking for Alman, for Fenton, perhaps the same place that we went for your exchange, Jane.
Well, problem is he doesn't have any armor in stock. Remember, I had to give up mine, and he's working on it. So you can get armor, but it would be, 2 business days.
We can take his smithy into the arena. Would only take an hour then.
I don't think that's how that works.
That was a joke!
He did mention a place that would potentially have something to benefit myself and my own fighting style.
It's not a good idea to go to the underbelly right now.
Oh, why did you make it dangerous for us, little bird?
Why did I make it dangerous? Yes, because that's entirely what I meant to do. And it was going to be dangerous regardless, because we were getting involved with that dragon's blood bullshit anyways. Even if I wasn't involved, it would still be dangerous for you all.
Foshka puts a hand on Shane's head.
Shane pushes it off.
I do not think the anger right now is necessary, Jane.
You have Rock McGee over here acting like I did any of this on purpose.
No. That's way too much trouble for it to be on purpose.
You panic on purpose. The trouble is the words.
What, me telling you that you're gonna get fucking got if you go down there right now? That's a problem?
They can try. Or
Try,
they are intelligent enough to know they cannot fight us.
They have entire squads down there. They could surround all of us instantly. They know Foshka specifically has a shard, and our group right now has all 3 of them. So if any or all of us get caught, it's kind of game over.
You've told them about our quest.
They knew about the quest, Reed. Why do you think Reverend Hatchet sent me with you guys? The Order already has 1 shard. They know Foshka has another. And I managed to at least confuse Garot enough to make them think that we don't have the other 2 on us right now. But they already had intelligence saying that we did have 2 more.
I
So,
ignore Chain and look around. Is anyone watching?
Roll a perception check.
Kenku being very loud.
11.
Don't notice anything in particular more than people would look at a Knoll, a Kenku, and the lizard folk in the same vicinity, outside of the sphere of the sort of a joke.
Perhaps it would be wiser to keep our voices down when in a crowd.
I'm a Kenku. I really only have 1 volume, and that's default.
And perhaps discretion, Jane. Choose when and where to speak.
Maybe if Reed would start choosing to use his fucking brain.
I don't think the underground or the underbelly would be wise. Chain has a very good point that all 3 of the shards are here with us.
And perhaps there is a storm on the upper side here. One that we overlooked before the chain.
We could
There has to be
always
something.
Sniff around the shaded side of the mountain.
I was going to see if possibly that golden wolf that Fenton's family traveled with has ammunition. In terms of armor, I don't know if we're going to find anything better on this side, but I don't know if, in terms of potions or anything else, what we may be able to afford over here.
My supply of funds have unfortunately been dwindled thanks to the meddling of the jackal.
I believe Reed took quite a bit of gold while we were there.
If it is a worldly possessions you desire, I am a kind god. Take out my coin pouch.
Let's go see what we can find first. We don't
Where are
have
you?
a ton of
Go on.
diamonds. Oh, you're good.
There's a row of shops in pretty much either the Penumbra or Shale side that you can most likely peruse and find some things. What are you looking for? A potion shop? An armory?
I think Fenton could only wear studded leather at the highest level.
Yeah, it's light, I think.
Light armor, yeah.
Yeah. And then if potions are available, then that should also be beneficial.
So, asking around, pulling people on the side, you can discover that there are literally 2 places in Estelheim where most potions are found. One is the Savant Chapat, which Chain has already tried to peruse. It's an apothecary affiliated with the Lyceum Draconis. But on the other side, on the Penumbra, there's a place called Vetiver's Velvetier. This is where a lot of people get their potions from. In terms of locations to buy armor, there's Docklands Wares in the Penumbra, and there's a few general smithies around. There's a lot of industry behind creating, armor and weaponry and that kind of thing, considering the proximity to the arena itself. So for the purposes of standard goods shopping, doesn't need to be role played out or anything, but there are certain special shops where you might find something cool, and those are the ones I will mention. The other place, after asking about, it's generally echoed that the the place to get really unique and strange things in terms of weapons and armor would be a place known as Backbite Blades in the underbelly itself.
Yes.
So if you're looking for standard goods that you can find in the in the manual, you can ask me what you'd like, and I can mention a price. But if any of the shops capture your interest, then
I think the most basic thing is like, what is the going rate for like health potions and stuff?
okay. There's an upmark at the Savant Chapette because it's pretentious Dragonborn doing things. Let me look at the other place that was Velveteer. Let me see who's in the party. Foshka in specific, if you head to the Penumbra, you might see something interesting. There are sort of billowing, tattered red. It seems to take the name Velveteer very seriously, but there are. It's sort of a somewhat small, homely shop, was sort of slotted in between two larger buildings, but the top is draped in a velvet red colored cloak. There are sort of dull frost windows, very well kept. And the sort of sense of incense and herbs reminds you of maybe once or twice you've come across a red cowl or two in your time in the sands.
I'm sure he has, and it has not been very pleasant for the red cowl.
Do you know what red cowls are?
Aren't they the ones that are like the fire worshiper that
No.
Okay.
They're kind of most people think they're mirages, but they're nomads of the sands, mostly tabaxi. Very rare, usually prophets of some kind.
Okay.
They go after people who disrespect the sands.
I was confusing them for the
Oh yeah, that's right.
the Ignan that
Mhm.
worship the red dragon.
That place would sell potions, not just health. But let me see. If you want
This
to wander in,
place
look around, you
smells like a history.
It smells faintly of the sands.
But yeah, Foshka would duck his head in and look around at the shelves.
Yeah. Inside, you can see a very, very stuffy, almost too warm, like the air itself seems sticky. Small, dark, dim shop, lined with a bunch of different alchemical, sort of potion-like remedy, herbs and incense of some kind. On one side, there is just a bunch of dried leaves and herbs, medicinal in quality. There are a few shelves of multicolored bottles. Let me check. And let me see. Potion of healing. A sort of raspy voice speaks out to you through this atmosphere, Foshka. Female, and you can see it coming from behind one of the main desks here. Are you looking for something?
Foshka is going to test and say in Primordial.
I'm looking for potions to aid in the arena.
You wish to vie and fight in the sands, I see. I do not speak your tongue, but I recognize where you are from. And you can see sort of on a rocking chair near what appears to be a lit fireplace, sort of stoking what appears to be a kettle spewing some kind of deep blue smoke, is a very whip-thin tabaxi, not wearing a red cowl, but sort of spotted fur. aged, late 40s probably. I have many things for sale. She shows you a few selections. Potion of Healing itself would cost 50 gold pieces each. More expensive for higher denominations, but there are a few other kinds.
How's our bank looking right now, Reed?
The Bank of Reed is 64 gold pieces.
We could only afford one potion. God damn.
You realize I have this thing called spell slots.
Yes, I'm just thinking of like how we can extend the resources of the party.
I can go get some more money for us real quick.
I thought you didn't want to go to the underbelly chain.
Who said you need to go to the underbelly?
Yeah, you always go trick-or-treating in the rich neighborhood.
Exactly.
Wait, Reed, do you have, you don't have, oh, you have don't have, what is it, what would it be, like major illusion or something like that to make Chain look like something else?
No.
I have some other options if you are short on gold. They will not heal you, but they may aid you.
I think Chain's gonna go make some money while they're shopping.
Oh dear.
All right. Chain steps out, but you can see there are a few objects of interest. There's one shimmering blue potion, another sky blue, a couple different sizes of potions of healing. There seems to be sort of a tattered red cloak that sort of stands on a mantle. There are a few different staffs. And in a sort of small glass case, there is a pair of sort of pale white alabaster dice that you can see kind of like a needle poking into a body, and once it's withdrawn, there's sort of a bead of blood. Instead of the holes in the dice, there are just somewhat constantly dripping little pores that exude blood. There is a flask that's capped, sort of a wrapped chest that is sort of shimmering purple in color. Multiple different kinds of herbs. Chain, what are you up to?
He's looking for some moderately wealthy people walking around, and he's trying to pickpocket.
Are you in the penumbra or in the shell side?
He's going to start off in the penumbra since that's where the store is.
Roll me a perception check.
That is a 17.
Most of the people in the penumbra that are of a high, wealthy caliber would be in the tournament at this point, but you can see a few individuals still. You see the Whistler. No, he's not here. There are a few individuals here that are going about their day, still doing some business and wrapping things up before the game begins. There's this one person you see wearing sort of a dark green, very nicely made cloak. Seems to be female in build, slender, kind of hood thrown over her face, but seems more expensive social caliber than the other people around. Just seems to be briskly walking what appears to be from one side of town to another. You can see her exit a building, sort of a residential one, sort of step down some staircases, look left, right, start walking down the street to the direction of the cable cars.
Does she look like she's paranoid? Like, is she like constantly like looking around her?
No, it's just the standard, look left, right. The penumbra isn't the best place, but it's a tough area.
Guess he's gonna try and sneak up and pickpocket her.
Roll a perception check as you approach.
22.
22. You can hear she's humming some sort of kind of sad lullaby-like song under her breath as you approach. Doesn't appear to be paying anything much mind. Roll a stealth check.
21.
21.
And it can be higher if it needs to be.
No, it doesn't need to be. She doesn't seem to pay attention as you sort of flatten your back behind the building. As she passes, you slink by, staying some shadow, creeping low.
Alright, gonna try and yoink a coin pouch.
Nick the coin pouch. All right. Roll a sleight of hand check.
22, and it can be higher if it needs to be.
22. As you sort of flip your hand out to pull back part of the very heavy-set cloak, you can hear where there's a sort of a faint jingle of the coin pouch. The thing that sort of strikes your attention would be the weapon that appears to be on her left side, which is a sort of a large, curved, serrated dagger. Kind of like more like a kukri. But it has really strange flutings on it. And you can hear as it slides through the air, it creates a sort of a faint, low, kind of shrieking sound. Barely perceptible by your ears, but you know that if it were wielded much quicker, it would create a large, much louder, kind of shrieking sounds like an Aztec death rattle. That kind of nature. But you're able to dip your hand into a coin pouch. I'd like you to roll a sleight of hand check again.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 30.
30.
What the hell?
You deftly avoid what appears to be a, you know how certain fish have scales in their throat that allow some things to enter, but when they kind of like what am I?
Barbs.
Something that enters, barbs pretty much, that can enter easily one way but capture.
Like that saw trap where.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
You avoid that, and you.
I got live little hands.
Yeah. Are you taking the entire coin pouch or part of it?
I'll just nick the whole thing.
Nick the whole thing? Alright. For 30, it slides easily off her waist, and you flutter away without being seen or noticed.
Chain flutters?
Fuck you. How much gold did I just get?
Let me see.
3 silver.
All that for 3 silver.
No, that will be 86 gold pieces.
Oh! Chain just pickpocketed a main character and is now the richest member.
43 silver and 15 copper. It's a heavy coin purse.
Chain's gonna make his way back to the shop.
I feel a great smugness approaching.
What?
I point to the doorway and then continue chewing on a leaf.
And Chain walks in, and he, let's see. Odds Foscra evens Leora. All right, evens. Chain walks over to Leora and just plops the coin pouch in her hand.
Chain?
What I ask? We need money.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Be careful, like the lining of the bag is like barbed, so I'd probably just dump the coins out instead of reaching into the bag.
Ah. Noted.
So
Okay.
while Shane was doing that, what other potions did we discover? Or tinctures or whatnot?
It seems to be as explained to you by the shopkeeper, a potion of flying, a potion of invisibility, multiple potions of healing, and she points to the one that's locked. That is not a potion, but an artifact of some kind. It is called by me the Turntide Flask. You take a sip from it, of which perhaps 5 mouthfuls will be produced. There is a high likelihood that you will gain some alacrity, a measure of celerity to aid you in your ways, but a smaller chance the opposite effect will be had. She points to the dice. That is a pair of bones made from an innocent individual, lost to the sands but made to bleed again. The bloody bones dice. Do you wish to gamble with your life?
I prefer not to take any chances I cannot directly affect.
Then I see. We have different kinds of herbs, invigorating, dreaming, healing. What would you like?
Pushkar looks at the rest of the group.
I am ignoring everything and focusing on finding what fascinates me most.
There's some very fascinating herbs, ones you haven't seen or tried before. The Shimmering Sands and its desert climate has unique ones. You can sort of snuff your way through. The 3 that catch your mind as being more than just things for tinctures or for taste or for teas are would appear to be a very sort of distilled, a natural form of the same scent healing potions are imbibed with, presumably what they are distilled and created from, as well as something sort of a deep blue, spiny herb that has somewhat of a smelling salts vibe to it. It stagger back, kind of like a vinegary smell that causes your heart to increase and beat, as well as one that makes you kind of numb, kind of lulling, dreamy. Hello?
These 3 smell very good.
Yes. It is what I make my products from. But if you would like a more natural dose, they tend to go cheaper. Would you like to buy some? Or try?
I will eye the healing one. Yes.
A simple remedy. Yes, healing
Simple.
salves. Go ahead.
Simple, you say.
simple to grow if you know what you're doing.
And to concoct?
To distill from, if you have the appropriate recipes. But to concoct, well, each one has their own secrets to their craft, do they not?
Oh, which is most difficult to create a potion from?
She points towards the smelling salt like sort of bundle of spines.
I will take this one.
I see. It will run you 10 gold per dose.
10 gold. Count out the 10 pieces.
So 100 gold?
I said 10 gold.
Oh, 10 gold. 1 dose, then. She takes a pocket knife, cuts off a little bit, measures it by eye, hands it to you, holds out a hand.
I will clink the coins noisily into her hand.
You have received a pouch of invigorating herbs. It takes an action to basically light and incinerate, but it's the same as applying a potion. For 1 minute, you deal 20% more damage, but receive 20% more damage as well.
I cast Rage!
So you have 1 dose of that.
Is any of the stuff offered particularly standing out to Foshgra as, like, unique and beneficial back from the sands?
Yes, the bloody bone dice were used pretty commonly by bandits in some places, and some of the red cowls as a means of sort of, if you knew that you were likely going to die, might as well try to salvage something from it. It's a very risky thing. And you know that based on what your chances are and what you roll, it would preserve you in an instant, but I'll let you let the effects to you be known. In it's kind of an insurance policy. You cannot fall below 1 HP. The next time you do, you will instantly be brought back to 1 hit points with whatever blow put you under the brink. However, once that occurs, the next time you roll a natural 20, you are restored to half of your hit points. The next time you roll a 1 after that, you drop to 0 hit points and 1 death save.
Oh.
And lose 1 death save?
Yes, lose 1 death save.
Okay.
If you do not wish to spend gold, I can take from you a promise.
I'm less useless.
What sort of promise would you ask?
A little blood from your palm. Some of my tinctures require a little extra.
Foshi's gonna tap Leora on the shoulder and kind of pull her aside to talk to her.
Yeah, what's up?
The dice that she mentions, they were in use back in the sands by a few bandits and such. They are a double-edged blade. In one hand they can save one from death. In the other they can cause it.
I mean, it seems like most things here are probably a little on the double-edged side of things, but isn't this tournament supposed to, not be deadly?
I do not know if the death caused by these dice would be preventable by whatever they place within the arena. It is a cruel sort of magics that are cast upon the bones. But I have seen warriors of the sands pick themselves up from a puddle of their own blood and continue fighting for many hours later.
Yeah, but that seems a bit risky.
Everything is a risk. It is a matter of which ones we take.
Is that one that you're willing to take?
I am unsure, which is why I wish to talk to you. A part of me believes that should I fall, but be given the second chance to rise, then it could be the difference between us winning or losing.
I mean,
If you go down, you know I'm gonna try to heal you. I'm gonna do everything in my power to do so.
I know, Leora. But at least with the dice, there is perhaps one time you do not need to worry.
wait.
I worry about all of you pretty much all of the time.
It is not unmutual, Leora.
It was.
If you agree with the risk, then I will abide by the shopkeeper's deal.
You are correct. It would definitely help if you ever had to use them. So
Very well then. Thank you, Leora.
of course.
At which point, Foshker will break from the conversation and return to the shopkeep. And he will hold his left arm out to the tabaxi, palm upwards.
He extends a hand, bruises a needle from her sleeve, and kind of like a seamstress lines it up to the center of your palm. There's a prick of pain, and she siphons away a little blood, withdraws, steps back.
Blood that steams a little bit.
Yeah. Then take the dice. They're yours now. And this is mine.
Once again in Primordial.
Thank you for your help.
good luck in the arena.
And with that, Fushka will walk over to the glass case and take the dice.
They don't react until you place the still bleeding injury on your palm on the glass, upon which it kind of melts away like washing away some kind of viscous liquid. And the dice are there for you. They feel hollow.
Are these attunement or no?
No. What else are you buying? The basic health potions are 50 gold apiece. The individual herbs are a different amount. The invigorating and dreaming herbs are 10 apiece. The healing salves are 15 apiece for the regular and 50 apiece for the greater.
I think Shane will walk over to Leora and dig around in the coin pouch and take a 50 gold out and buy 1 health potion.
Alright, you have 1 regular potion of healing.
Reed,
You guys will get a lot more gold after this, don't worry.
Reed will approach Leora and dig 50 gold out of his coin pouch and say, I am finished shopping. I have no more use for city places. And we'll drop 50 gold back in the gold coin pouch and walk away.
Reed exits the shop.
Let's go examine my new alchemy project.
Alright.
So add that 50 gold back.
The Bank of Leora.
The Bank of Leora.
Hey, I got that money for you, so I was just taking my money back.
No, that's fine. That's part of being the bank.
Part of being the bank is charging interest.
No.
After that, Shane would want to go find the golden wolf that Fenton's family traveled with to see if he has any ammo he's willing to sell for guns.
One second. All right, we are going to take a 5-minute break, if that's okay. Once the well, actually, first let me ask: is there any mundane shopping you're doing? Basic weaponry, basic armor. Doesn't have to be role played out. Doesn't have to go through any of these special shops. But if there are like armor for Fenton or any other weaponry you'd like to purchase, then this goes for anyone in the party.
I think getting some armor for Fenton would be nice.
Yes.
And Chain, probably.
Yeah.
Well, you said that Jane
yeah.
could get it from the Champions Lounge or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Amber said that she'd provide me with armor.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, there will be basically any kind of weapon or armor you'd want for free to.
I'll take one of
purchase.
each.
One of each, yeah. But you'll have to return it afterwards. But if you want to shop or purchase, then that's up to you. All
Well,
right.
I already have armor being made, so I'll just borrow
yeah.
some studded leather once we get there.
So we'll take a 5-minute break. Be back at 8:35. And we'll resume with the conversations that Fenton and Lorenz will be having in 2
Excellent.
factions.
Yippee!
All right, see you in 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
The rogue did the roguing.
Finally,
God damn.
we could be meeting these NPCs and forging valuable personal connections. However, they made the mistake of having gold.
What? Was Shane just gonna walk up to her like, hey, yeah, I just saw you walk in and hey girl. Like, no.
I have to confess that is more money than I would have made from busking, so maybe there's something to this stealing thing.
For my guy.
Let's
And
go.
time up, did we get work?
Teamwork.
Leora was surprisingly calm about the whole thing.
It's okay. It's okay. My presence naturally herds rich people in the opposite direction. So Fenton
Which is
will
why
guide
I
them
went on
in.
my
I'll
own.
push them away, and Chain will make the mark.
Imagine how much I could make if I did this on the shale side.
You could make a
How
jail
many years
sentence.
of jail time?
I rolled a fucking 30.
Imagine all the ouchies if you didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, that was definitely some fucking high-end NPC that would have fucking ended me right then and there. That's why I said it can be higher if it doesn't work.
This 22 isn't high enough.
If it's not high enough, I have side bolstered neck and I can use a D8.
Guess we're stealing money now.
I don't know why you're surprised. It was going to happen eventually.
New
Change the
lows,
Kanku.
new lows.
Yeah, Leora will probably ask about it later, but being in the middle of a shop, she was like, I'm not gonna bring attention to that. I'm just gonna roll with it until we're somewhere a little safer.
The racists were right, is what I'm hearing.
So you are just a stereotype.
Stereotype.
Part of me really wants to hold on to a large amount of gold myself just to see what happens. But also, I don't want to.
Oops, suddenly, Kentucky Fried Chain. Don't know what happened.
No! Don't put me in the deep fryer.
Go in the birdie boiler.
It's okay. There's plenty of space alongside Shimi.
Shimi, my beloved. Shimi would be proud. Shimi would be proud of Shane.
That's probably true.
So
I was
says
gonna say,
the captain.
If he wouldn't be proud, then he wouldn't be a fucking pirate. So, checkmate on you, Fenton.
To be
I
honest,
told you he
he's
would
just a
probably be
little
proud of
guy.
it.
He's probably proud of pretty much anything.
Can't wait for Fenton to find out and have another moral dilemma on his hands.
It's easier if you just don't tell him. It's just fine.
Shane won't tell him. The question is if Leora won't tell him. Is Leora a snitch?
Just don't tell him.
Are you a snitch, Leora? Huh? You know what they say about
Depends on who's asking, whose life is on the line if I lie, and if
Will
I will
you
be forgiven afterwards.
Will you fight me if I say yes?
Wait, say yes to what?
In being a snitch. Will you fight
All right,
me,
so
little bird?
Is everyone back?
I'll shoot you with a gun.
That counts as fighting.
Hello.
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 I
Also,
did not.
Reed
yeah.
doesn't know. Because Shane just snuck back in and gave it to Leora without saying anything. He was too busy munching on plants.
Leora sweating. Feeling
Shane-
real guilty.
Shane just, since he still has psychic whispers up at Leora, he just goes, "You might want to transfer that gold into your own coin pouch and get rid of the other one."
All right. Back in the arena, Fenton and Lorenz, the next individuals that show up with a sort of streaming wide opening of the portcullis leading into the sands, emerging on what appears his own chariot, is a sort of somewhat brawny Leonin, older in his uh, years, very, very well trimmed, well dressed in elegant silks, leaning on his side as he's drawn through the open air, not by horses, but by camels. A few individual processions behind him carry much of the same sort of desert caravan-like nature, sort of tan roofs strapped on a wooden chassis. Takes a circle around the sands, but you can see the very well-known, very sort of opulent. You can see multiple different rings and gemstones on his hands. Sort of a very elegantly, he exudes poise and presence. He seems like an individual who knows exactly who he is, and exactly, why people seem to be cheering, some in favor, some booing him. But he seems to be somewhat ambivalent and not really caring about it whatsoever. He has a sort of an air of smugness about him. It's difficult to shake. The garb of the individuals in the caravans behind him seem a little strange. You can see that most of them seem to be wearing somewhat uniform, sort of black colored, whether it be leathers or metal plate work armor, all covered with these sort of very jagged motifs and sort of curling thorn-like protrusions, giving them somewhat the resemblance of a carapace or a beetle of some kind. As they wind behind him, and he makes his way up to one of the pavilions set out for him. You know this to be Thief of Roses. Arabian Nights soundtrack, yes, pretty much.
That's all I was hearing in my head.
That's exactly what you should hear.
Lorenz, do you intend to strike a deal of some sort with Rose, or just give him your thoughts?
I want to see what he has to say.
Well, I'll leave it up to you then. We can, of course, approach him now, but as Rook's champions, I wouldn't be surprised if he wishes to approach us. It might put us in a position of power if we wait for such.
Whatever we do, we shouldn't take anything from him.
Of course not, yes.
Are you prepared to go?
If you are, yes.
I'm not. But I don't think I'll have an opportunity like this anytime soon.
No, I should doubt that you would. We should go for it.
Lorenz will start walking in that direction.
I will follow.
Winding away across the arena and up the staircases, you can already scent what appears to be the very strong scent of roses itself. His pavilion has been outfitted with rose bushes, as you can see, sort of spiraling and winding around the railing and cascading in vines around the side. He keeps his troop of guards around him in a defensive posture quite readily. He seems to be not quite paranoid, but very much careful despite the air of calm and presence he exudes. One of the guards, you can see to be a sort of tabaxi lithe, carrying a shield on one side, wearing this sort of black-colored armor, stops you and asks, "Are you here to see Rose?"
We are, yes.
And so are you to speak to him?
I would like both my champion's pin, was it, and keeper's dagger to be visible here.
I see. Who is it that you represent?
Uruk.
Very well. Follow me. Turns, beckons for you to approach, speaks with this lane, and you can see sort of leaning on his side under the shade of an outcropping, seems to be enjoying a glass of some kind of wine, watching the arena, holding in one of his hands a sheet with some scrolls written down. He puts it to the side, glances your way, sits up a little bit as you approach, stands, and you can see as he stands, he's not not a kind figure to look at. He seems to be very imposing, very mean. He's not very thin. He's very bulky in both muscle and the enjoyment of a good living. He wears what appears to be a sort of tan coat in the front, parted at the chest, very loose-fitting clothing, and he extends a hand. It reeks of very floral scents, roses primarily. I see two competitors are here, willing to speak with me. Please come sit down.
I will kind of follow Lorenz's lead here, but I will sit.
Lorenz is very slow to sit down.
Now, if I'm to be correct, you are the representatives of my rook, yes?
Not your rook, but a rook, yes.
We refer to the same person, so? What has she offered you? I'd like to speak with you as individuals and not representatives in some performative game. What are your names? Slow to speak, are you? Well, I know one of yours, and he looks at Lorenz. Lorenz Salvanto.
I figured as much.
Do you care to guess how I know your name and, more importantly, can attach it to your face?
Please, enlighten me.
Certain pamphlets that have been offered for bounty all around the Shimmering Sands. Lost property that meandered away too far for its own good. A little thorn in my side, Mahez, wanted you back. Was willing to offer quite an amount for it. What do you think of that? How does that make you feel?
I didn't expect anything less of him. How does that make you feel?
Do you expect me to have a positive opinion of my enemy? Well,
I do not care.
let us, for the purposes of this conversation, you can see him place his palms on the ground, consider Mahez to be both of our enemies. You wish to see him dead, yes? Or worse, there are worse fates. Well, I am of much of the same opinion. You see in the little checkerboard that is my home, I wish to capture his little city. Rook and Mahez don't get along. It is best if they fight each other. But Mahez is not being represented here. I am. And you see, in that you may find yourself an ally, Lorenz, and your friend. What is your name?
It is Fenton.
Fenton, a pleasure. I'd hoped to see your lizard folk ally here. I know of him. The torchbearer for the for one of the clans out in the wastes. I was prepared to offer him something. But since you're here, Lorenz, I would like to offer you something as well. He leans forward, places elbows on his knees. What is it you want? You must be fighting for something, which is why you are here. Do you intend to return to the sands? Is it your home?
It might be, but most of all, I want to see that man's head mounted on a fucking pike.
I will offer you this. If you ally with my Thorn Guard, and they prove victorious, or at least they are the ones able to hold up the cup, then when I capture the city for Mahez, you will have not only his head, but him living and bound, free to do what you wish with. Free to exact the revenge you've wanted on for so long. You have the right. Just as he had his. You won't beat this game that I am in, but you can play in it. By our terms, our way of life.
I don't know what I expected from you. Rook said the same thing. It's all a game to you. I can't say that your offer isn't appealing. It is. It's all I can think about is everything. I have lost things, people I didn't know that I loved. So, yeah, you have a good offer there. Doesn't mean I'll say yes.
He leans back, gives you a little bit of a look. Do you know how long the Rook of mine has been trying to fight back against me?
How long?
Ever since she has been alive. She has not succeeded. You are wagering the bet of Mahez being smarter and stronger than I am. That is not a good one to take. I can provide everything you've wanted to you on a platter, for you to enjoy, if you do this one simple favor for me. What is stopping you? I ask out of curiosity.
No. Obligation? Maybe the fact that I'm not a fucking fraud? I won't take the easy way out just because someone gives it to me. And really, that is all you're asking. It's just that one thing. Sure, it'll be one thing right now, and then it'll be another thing the next day, and another, and another, and another. I know how you all play the game. I know how you all are like, and you are all the same. Make no mistake of it. You may pretend to hide behind your personalities and your eccentricities, but you are all the same.
You want Mahez. Your lizard wants a city. People talk about killing two birds with one stone, but a city is a little heavier than a rock, is it not? You'll get Mahez. Did Rook offer a city to him?
She did not.
Shrugs.
Oh. Did she?
She did. On the condition that she takes over Bajigdara, the Ignans will get Mirage.
Oh, okay. So I will retract my previous statement and say that she did, because that is the truth.
Well, I'll give him one now. That is my bargain. No conditions.
So
Beyond
what
that-
is the deal you have made already, then, Rose, for this to be appealing to you? What is it you gain when you win the competition?
It's not my fight. I just don't want my rook to win. I'm more
What
interested
happened
in you. And he looks back towards Lorenz. And him. We're not all the same. I'm better. How do you think I've been able to spin the wheel for as long as I have? It's a way of life, one that I revel in. And you are also one of them. Faceless, lost to the sands, but I give you the opportunity to make something of yourself, make something of Mahez. A corpse, if you will, or what you want to do with him. Think about it. Keeper, are you writing this down?
I surely will be.
You know I've been nothing but kind to the Keepers. I enjoy them. Do you know why I enjoy them?
I could wager a few guesses, but I prefer to hear it from you, from the source and all.
It is because they don't interfere with my little dealings. They let me live the way I want to. With who I want to. And how I want to. Because I can do anything. If there is anything that either of you two want, all you have to do is ask. It will be within my power. So, give it some thought. All of a sudden turns very serious. And understand that you are the ground beneath Rook's feet that I will crush into the dirt should you prove unwise. And while this arena might not be fatal, Well, some would consider the entire world a game under which certain principles exist. One of which is death. So you're safe here. This is not a threat. But if you come knocking on my doorstep after being humiliated here, then I will have my fun. Stay out of my way, reconsider my offer, Lorenz, and I will make all of your dreams come true, all of your wild fantasies, anything you could imagine. The world will be your oyster, for it will gleam like a pearl. Have I made myself clear?
I'll think about it.
Don't let your emotions get away from your rationality. It is a cat and mouse game you'll never win.
Well, Lorenz, was that enough for you?
That's enough. We should go.
You're welcome, by the way, Rose. Whether or not you hear about it, I'm sure you will be glad that we decided to interfere with your business already. But I wish you luck in the competition.
Be my guest. Smiles and waves you away. Takes a rose from his nearby side, gives it a little sniff. Exhales and watches the arena. The two of you are let free from the thorn guard around him and basically kind of pushed off the platform. Not very pleasantly, very roughly handled. You can see in his guard there is one figure that stands out, sort of a very, very tall minotaur wearing a very thick set of plate armor, and the glaive kind of stares you down. But you're kicked off of Rose's pavilion.
I have always found him quite charming.
They're the same.
Oh, horrible man, objectively. I assume as much, but... pleasant words, all the same.
There is no but. They can mask themselves however they like. They can wear as many masks as they want. The truth is that all of them are monsters. Every single one.
Absolutely.
They can use their flowery language. They can douse themselves with as much perfume as they want. They're disgusting. Sorry.
No, it's alright. I don't disagree, but I will remind you we already made the choice to save that man's life today. For a bigger picture, supposedly. So we should continue to focus on that instead.
Right. Who else do we need to talk to?
Just the roast.
Why do I get the feeling that this will be an even far less pleasant experience?
Well, he is probably one of the most powerful and cruel people in all of the stained glass, and we did thwart his bomb plot less than a day ago, so it is a foolish decision. But
is that all?
That's all. I am excited to hear what he has to say. I hope these badges offer us some level of safety.
Shouldn't we even go talk?
Well, the information in his head, especially if what Reed claims about King Midas's end goal is true, is... I have to know why.
Oh, you're braver than me. I'll follow you in there regardless, but...
Well, you are the Servanto. He will respond well to you, regardless of what we did, I assume.
I think you're placing way too much faith in my family name.
But I think Starost will do the same. Truly, I do.
You better hope so.
Well, we'll see what we can learn. Likewise, I don't intend to take any deals with him, though I am curious if he has any to offer. But whenever he arrives, we will see what we can do.
Well, alright.
About an hour passes, the sun continues to creep along the horizon before the doors swing wide, and he does not ride a chariot. He floats elegantly through the air on two spectral wings of silvery black, kind of gossamer-like draconic wings, 20 feet wide each, that flap and flutter behind his back. You can see this black dragonborn, the long jeweled horns protruding forward on either side of his very deeply set, sort of innately scowling face, fly throughout this central arena. You can see the black and silver robes, very elegant, very nice, flutter behind him through the sky, kind of like tattered ribbons. As he load the A again, as he soars upwards. Does sort of a spiral through the sky and very nice, Foshka. Good catch there. And essentially flies towards the nook that he's kept. He wields a staff, emblazoned with the sort of imagery of a carved marble skull of a dragon, and slams it to the ground. There is a crack, sort of static-like sound that emerges throughout this arena, and a faintly shimmering blue prismatic wall immediately surrounds the pavilion he's standing at, kind of like a filter of some kind. He mutters something, swirls it through the air, presses both his hands on the ground, and kneels and rises as he does. A sort of circular gold glyph appears, and 6 individuals stand behind him as if materializing through a conjured teleportation circle. After which he simply sits down. Crosses one leg. Seems a bit irritated. One of them, you can see the sort of orange scales of Isfa. He's very, very showy. It's very serious magic that has been displayed here, but people seem to be interested. What would you like to do?
I'd like to not approach immediately upon his arrival, but pretty shortly after it. Yeah, go up and speak with him, or attempt to.
Yeah. Give him a few minutes to get settled.
Let him settle in. Yeah, we're not.
Let him cook.
You can see that there are a few people that try to approach the barrier but are rebuffed. His people seem to enter and exit without issue, and a few other people do seem to be able to enter, but those who do pass through seem to be carrying the robes of the Lyceum. Seems to be a spell that filters out the non-magical.
Wow.
Physically.
Oh.
Kind of like just a bubble. Roll an Arcana check, both of you, since you know spells.
since you know.
I only know
spells.
a few.
A couple, yeah.
Woo!
Just. Oh. Wow. For a sorcerer, Lorenz has nothing in Arcana.
Lorenz, you're not entirely sure, but Fenton, you know this is a modified version of the anti-life shell spell, where instead of excluding the living or dead as the anti-life shell spell does, it excludes those who cannot cast arcane spells.
Wow. All right. Good thing I know like one.
Both of you do.
It doesn't matter. I already licked the dirt there. It's tainted.
Wow.
Before we make our approach, Lorenz, before I forget completely, should we tell Foskra of Rose's offer, or pretend we never heard it?
I would tell him just to say that we spoke of it, but
Of course.
I don't think that he would ever agree. Neither would I, for that matter.
I have my doubts too, but as well. All right then. Yeah, I'm gonna try to approach Starost's bub.
Absolutely, Lorenz too.
Bubble boy. You can see that it's this man has chosen the most expensive location to place his pavilion at. It's very high, has an outlook towards this place. It's kind of like being inside of one of those aquariums that you can go underneath and see water from above. It has a great view, sort of slanting, not quite mirrors, but open air views towards the center of this arena. And there are no guards stationed outside of it. It seems to be an automatically filtering one. It's kind of like passing through a barrier of molasses, or like one of those spider webs that catch on your body and clothes as you walk through it. And inside is a very clear, fresh air. It seems to have filtered out a lot of the sand, dirt. And you can see this not very tall, sort of thin, not gaunt, but thin, very severe-looking dragonborn. Seems to be barking at some of his other spellcasters in a harsh, guttural, draconic tongue. And as you enter, his head snaps towards you. I can see sort of gold irises, very intense, very keen. Similar to Amadeus in a way, but on the opposite side of the coin. Doesn't seem respectful and intense. It seems diminishing and belittling. So you two have seen fit to enter my pavilion. You must have good reason, yes?
I will approach. I will bow. I won't take a knee like I did for Amadeus, but I will bow to him.
Lorenz is 100% following Fenton's lead on this.
Good, it seems you at least have manners. Stand.
Arcano Sovereign, truly it is an honor.
Yes, it is an honor. I'm glad you... See? He glances towards the people behind him. See, this is how I am meant to be treated in these kinds of places. Yes, continue.
Well, clearly it is evident that I am far beneath you as an arcanist, but as I am sure you know by now, and I'll kind of nod towards Issa Ayn, such arcana, combined with that of my allies here, was enough to ensure that no dragon's blood will be ignited in Estelheim today.
Yes, I am aware of who you are and what you have done. I
Excellent.
have made my thoughts clear to Isfa'ine about this, but let that be water under the bridge for the moment. I did not anticipate being here in this podunk little half-town, but
For the sake of things, I would like to speak with you as relatively equals. Since you have seen fit to, as I can see, partake in this evening's affairs, you must have come to me for a reason. You must want something.
Yes, though maybe it would be best not to consider us as competitors, for we come simply to understand, as I'm sure that your efforts have not concluded. I simply come wondering why partake in this scheme. To what end does a partnership with Midas further the pursuit of Malefica?
He sits up as if he's taking this conversation a little more seriously now. You can see he didn't anticipate you knowing that much information at the moment. And he looks at you very narrowly.
And why do you care? What is your stake in this, before I answer?
Only that of a keeper, to understand from a point of subjectivity or objectivity.
Then write down in your archives that these people, these 6 other of this council, do not know what they are doing. They bumble around without any knowledge of the arcane pursuits and think that they're going to accomplish anything, worshipping their dying gods. No, I am interested in the prolonged survival of the stained glass lands. And do you think that the Ormthorn are going to stop because whatever Aegea is doing, whatever Amadeus is up to, are going to stop them? No, they failed last time. It was the onus of us and the responsibility of us, spellcasters and practitioners and draconic worshippers, to stop the airships as they encroached. I have no intentions of fighting a losing battle. You see, Midas is interested in a few things. One of it is gold. He doesn't care about any of the places he inhabits, extracts wealth from, and dumps because he actually likes them or wants to maintain power. He just wants gold. I have no use for gold. I've always preferred silver. Jade, ruby, whatever is necessary in the arcane practices. You may think me unwise for making treaties with someone so willing to break them. But you know that anyone in the Ormthorn is incapable of casting spells. It would be quite easy to overthrow them. Once we've given him the gold of our land that we do not need, we'll kick them out. It's simple as that. We will have ours, he will have his.
That is precisely why I was so surprised to uncover your allegiance. They are not spellcasters at all. You think it is good enough for them to take gold and leave once more?
They're nothing but mutt bandits and scoundrel highwaymen that wish to rob and pillage what they can. They have no appreciation for the arcane arts.
Of course.
But they are useful. One must send out the flock to get culled in combat before the proper fighters emerge. That is a basic tactic that I am not sure you understand.
No, it seems wise, though, from what you say. I do stop to ponder, and I know you are not one to chit-chat. You haven't considered, is Midas just a greedy man? That much gold for the sake of all of the lives of the stained glass, and he's gone.
You would not know the greed of him. I do not care what he wants it for. I want my continent. I want my island. Do you know how long the maidens of Malefica have been waiting for it? No? You don't. Now is the time. You see, a long change has been coming. And today will be the start of it.
So, in lieu of the dragon's blood, what are your stakes in this competition? What might we do for you?
Official red tape. I wish to win. I wish to show everyone the powers of arcane capabilities. I've wagered a personal bet with Amadeus. We do not get along. I care about winning just because I wish to. Is that not enough? You've come to me for a reason, presumably to offer some sort of deal, so make it. If I can aid you in something, then let me know. If there's something you want, I'll provide it. All I wish is to win. If there's something you're staging a bet on, I'll be an ally so long as it works to a mutual goal. Is that not obvious?
I see. I did come primarily for information, but as you might imagine, if arcane casters are truly the dominant variety in the stained glass land, I might seek some protections for, well, the keepers, for one, and family.
I have no issue with the keepers. They're rooted in dragonborn faith, ideologies, and are primarily arcane practitioners. If you wish for protection, that can be provided, easily. What more? Surely that's not all you thought I am capable of.
Lorenz, any thoughts?
Speak up.
I'd like to know if you knew my father,
What was his name?
Sarsavanto.
Roll an insight check, both of you.
Hell yeah. Spook him. Hell yeah!
Let's see, where is Insight?
Both of you get the impression that he was not expecting that whatsoever, and it kind of makes him taken aback, but he hides it very well. And at that, he looks at you a little bit differently, Lorenz. Usually, he was very dismissive earlier, but now he's curious and interested. Completely ignores Fenton.
Okay.
It's my turn now.
Lorenz Silvanto, the son of Tazar. Speak to me. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to tell. My life is quite a mess. I didn't even know that he was my father until just recently.
Yes. Some prodigies do not wish their children to know who they were. I knew Tsar very well. The abilities of many of our upper kind are difficult to replicate, and we form small circles. We all know each other. Tsar was a proper arcanist. Developer of many of the conjuration spells that you know, yes?
I've
you-
been made aware.
Have you any wellsprings of his talent, Lorenz?
I believe I have something of an inheritance from him.
He mutters something, his eyes turn a blue sheen, he looks at you up and down.
Yes, I can sense a prominent amount of magical blood within you. That changes things. Do you know how prodigious your father was?
I'm afraid I know very little about him.
He was the only non-dragonborn invited to join our council. That is saying something. Typically, the higher honors of our circles are reserved for those of draconic blood. But he had a mind that was very difficult to parallel. Not impossible, but a colleague, I would say. He was interested in not just living, but understand why we were living. He looked into what many were afraid to. What caused all of this to be. He grappled with questions of existentialism that few survive. Once you begin unraveling the threads, then you yourself tend to lose track of who you are. I'm afraid the same happened to him. But he went further than most. I do not recall specifically what he was studying, but I do know he was a planeswalker. He could travel between the planes. Very few can. He made expeditions to the astral on frequent occasion. I am sorry you never met him. It would have been good to raise one of his children in the same arcane folds that he belonged to.
It would have. He went missing, correct? No one's seen him recently.
No, it has been some time, several years. Are you aware of his location?
I am not.
Hmm.
May I ask one more question?
You may.
Do you know what it is he broke?
He gives a long sigh. I do not know what he broke, but I do know what he was seeking. He said that there was something on the astral plane that could give answers as to why this world was created, why it operates the way it does. He sought answers to why he was given twins. It seemed to cause him great distress. I see how one of them turned out, and the other is standing before me. Lorenz, Malefica can offer much that no one else can. You understand that we are the primary arcane practitioners beyond the Lyceum. We will give you an opportunity, give you the best training you will ever receive in the arcane arts. Give you the status you were predestined to have, based on your ancestry and lineage. We will start up in the peaks, in the Verglass Range, yes, but give it 5-10 years' time. You will have your own estate, your own place, your own halls to practice in, your own laboratories, whatever you wish. Because that is who you are, that is what you are meant to be. Follow in his footsteps. Given everything you will need to find your father, what he was working on. We believe that things carry on through blood. Threads of arcane research, what you're defined to do, is one of them. These people, these cretin, the filth that walk under us, they led you astray. You are more than that. Do you understand? That is who you are. Let us show you.
Understand. Unfortunately, I don't think that I will be able to take your offer at this time. I believe that fate, or whatever you might call it, is pulling me in another direction right now. And I wish to search not just for my father, but answers of what he has done. Perhaps one day I will find myself before Malefica. But that might be far from here, long from now. I'm sorry.
I understand your decision. Every practitioner has their own path. But know that you will receive no support like you will in Malefica for your endeavors. On that, I bid you a good day. I look forward to seeing your performance in the arena.
Thank you.
I wish to see what the son of Desire Salvanto will accomplish.
I will try not to disappoint.
I trust that you won't. Goodbye. Doesn't even look at Fenton and turns away.
God damn.
Stinky dragons.
Agreed. Okay, I just felt some horrible look from far away.
Well, does Fenton have anything additional to?
Nope, I'll smile and nod at Lorenz and nod my head to the exit.
Yep. Well, exit out of the little bubble. Or the large bubble, actually.
Quite large, yes.
Bubble boys.
I bet I could break in.
You think? Yeah, you inhale kind of the sandy air of the arena and all of its inhabitants. That was
Ooh, I forgot to bring up Fel and mention. I do still have that little orb from Damascus. If there was something I needed to do to activate it, I meant to do so before speaking to Staros.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a simple spell that you can keep within your bag until listen in.
Cool.
You can feel it faintly buzzing in your bag as you exit and shut it off. Seem to have recorded something. And you've met Starist. What would you like to do?
Decompress.
What time is it about?
Is it dinner time?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, once all the shopping and conversation is done. Almost time for the sundown meeting and commencement of the tournament.
Was Chain able to buy ammunition from the Golden Wolf?
Oh, yes, yeah, we can have that conversation. You can see he's not in the arena, and you take the trek back to the Tributers Triumph. It's empty, desolate, but this man seems, elderly. Well, not elderly, but old. Still carrying himself relatively well. Has a hand on a glass of ale.
Looks better than he did this morning.
A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
Chain will walk over and sit down across from him. Did Cosmo say what name he was using for the Vulpinal form that he's currently sneaking around in?
Let me check. My little notes. Flipping through them so quickly. Sorry, I had it somewhere.
It's okay.
I don't
if
think
not.
he told you though.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. So Jane will sit down across from the Golden Wolf and say, your Vulpinal companion said that you wanted to talk to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're that bird that goes around with the gun, right?
I have a couple of them, yeah.
Where'd you get them from?
Donnie.
Don, yeah? I've heard of that name.
Yeah, he has a bad knack for just leaving them lying around.
I think. One of the best gunsmiths we had over there.
From his bag, he takes two or three revolvers of some kind, places it on the table, spins it around.
Yeah. Invented a few of them. Back in my distant little town. What do you want with them? Learn how to use them?
Yeah.
You can hear or smell the alcohol exuding from his breath.
I've been learning to use them a little bit. They typically pack more of a punch than what I normally use.
Mm. But you're gonna have to learn how to maintain them. Clean them up. A little grease on the edges.
Takes a look at yours, dusts them off, rubs it on one of his palms.
Look. I'm here as a guard. You have seemed to be friends of Fenton. I'm friends with you then. I'll show you how to make bullets. You'll need some iron. Source of fire. Some place to smelt them down. Whatever you can. Get a bit of gunpowder. You'll be right fine.
You can make bullets yourself.
Yeah. Takes a little bit of doing. Need to learn how. It's not too hard once you've done it a bunch of times. When I was learning all that time ago,
It looks lost in thought for a second.
that's when we were just getting started up there. Then we all got on airships, went around. Started shooting cannons. It's different when you're raining fire down on people who don't even know who you are. When you're dueling someone pistol to pistol, at least you can see their eyes. But I won't bore you with the details, but
And it smooths his coat down.
come back tonight. I'll show you how to make them. It's good seeing someone around the trade. Besides Donnie. I didn't know Donnie, but I knew someone else.
He's a bit of a thorn, really.
You think? There's a defect. I went after a lot of them in my time, but that's time long gone.
We never seem to run into the real him, though. He always seems to have some sort of a copy or clone or construct or something.
Well, he's an inventor, eh? That's what you do. Think he's gonna go around risking his own neck? I wouldn't if I could. But no. Now I've got another war to worry about.
Yeah, heard the news. If you're with Fenton's family, I'm guessing it's safe to assume that you're not on Midas' side this time?
Nah. I was. Bit high up there. Used to run my own fleet. But it got old. And I got tired.
Looks far away for a second.
Try to keep a sense of honor, but doesn't get the effects you want. If you know what I'm saying. So now I run around doing this kind of work. Trying to find who I am again. Name's Bowen. Bowen Wyatt.
Bowen, you say Bowen Wyatt?
Yes. Ask around.
I'm guessing it's pretty safe to say that Shane has never heard that name before.
No.
As
You're
you say.
across the continent.
Yeah. Bowen. I'll definitely, hopefully be back tonight. Seems that we've gotten sucked into something going on in the arena, which is actually why I wanted to come talk to you in the first place, in addition to hearing that you did want to talk to me. Would I be able to buy some ammunition off of you for tonight?
Aye. Sure. How much you want?
Let's see. I got 4 bullets for a blunderbuss and 4 for the revolver. Maybe run that up to, I don't know, even 30, so 20, 26 each, if possible. I don't know what the
I've only
price
got
is.
so much and I've got to keep some around me, but I'll give you 3 of each. 2 silver for 1. Snake eyes for the fun of it. Run your 12 silver then.
Chain will look over at Leora and ask for the coin pouch.
We'll pass that right on over.
Chain will subtract 12 silver. You'll hand over 12 silver and hand the coin pouch back.
You know how people say don't spend all your gold on one bar? Don't spend all of those on one body.
Pats you on the shoulder.
Well, if I've run out of ammo, I have other ways.
Sure you do.
Takes a dagger from his side and starts picking his teeth.
We've all got ways.
Chain conjures a psionic blade, and he doesn't have teeth, but he's gonna mimic the action.
Oh my gosh.
Some of us have got tricks too. Run along now.
Chain will he'll offer his hand to shake.
Takes it, shakes it. Strong despite his age.
If I don't see you tonight, then I'll definitely see you next time I'm in here.
I'll be here. As usual.
Yeah, that chain is all set.
All right. And so you congregate back in the arena, in the central square, on the sands.
Did we have enough?
Sorry?
I was just asking if we had, if anybody bought Fenton his armor that he was looking for.
I mean, if there's some for rent, I should be fine.
Yes, there are weapons and things for rent inside.
I wasn't sure if anybody did that on the way or not. But If not, then yeah, good to just head back.
All right. So
Oxley is not a cool mentor.
the
And
six
neither
of
is the
you,
Whistler.
the six of you reconvene in the sands, in the arena, as the sun starts to slowly dip. Shopping complete, conversations had, bargains and deals made. You can see as you're stepping in, finding each other, the same silver dragonborn as before, pulling on this rock that shaped not unlike a flying saucer, actually. Circle throughout this arena, the wand to his throat, announcing, "Several hours until the games begin. Champions and delegates enter the Champions Pavilion to meet each other, greet each other, and stare each other down. The games will be beginning shortly." There's a bound, goes back up. The booming in the arena stops. What would the six of you like to do? So good.
I was just gonna say I would love to run back to the Temple of Odmahai and retrieve my loot before doing anything official with the tournament tonight.
Fly at max speed.
It's easy enough to regain your essential casting focus to cast spells before the arena, yeah.
Yes. Is there any updates? Yeah.
The woman Reedlin, the sort of owl-like, owlish individual, just says, she kind of looks relieved that you're alone and says,
Ah, well, finally, yeah. There's only one of you, right? We scryed on him, and, well, we found him. He's off in a ditch somewhere, alive. Looked dark.
That's all. He's just off in a ditch somewhere.
Oh, he's injured, yeah?
You found him just through scrying, or you went and retrieved him?
Well, we didn't retrieve him. He's in the underbelly somewhere. The thing that seemed interesting is that he was quite desperately playing some song, some music. As if he's fending away something, I don't know.
And that's a comfortable resolution for you.
Well, he's not one of ours.
One of yours, a clergy member is... Right.
He did not seem to be in any imminent danger. Just lost down there somewhere. You'll find him eventually.
And I intend to do so. But I am a little... In a matter of, I don't know, an hour or two, I am to be part of the tournament at the arena tonight. There's nothing else you can do. In the meantime, I assume you have more firepower.
Want us to send an expedition down there?
Well, yes.
Fine, I will get 2 of my paladins to go and find some drunkard of Obidus who strayed from Kara's path. Fine.
She looks at you as if she's hoping you'll balk.
I'm just staring daggers at this lady.
Fine. I see.
She very angrily scrawls something, shouts back in Navian to someone, rubs her temple.
Right. Do you know how many times we've told Eric Cochran not to go down there? You know what's down there, right?
I am aware. I have not been myself.
Kenku. Well, if you end up down there, I'm not saving you. Goodbye. Go. Leave. Here's your loot.
She kind of shoves it in your hands.
Scram!
All right. I'm... Goodbye. Yes, thank you.
And shoos you hurriedly away. You can clearly see she assumed that she was Kenny was kind of just drunk on the side of a street somewhere in the underbelly, but
Well, perhaps he is, and I hope he's having a good time if that's the case.
I guess Scry really doesn't show much of the surroundings.
10 feet. All right. The six of you reconvene in the arena as the announcement is made, and you can see individual processions from all of the stations begin to make their way over to what appears to be a circular pavilion, windowed this time, not out exposed to the open, but it seems to be a nice location elevated up there. For, a little bit of socialization before the combat begins. Would you like to say anything to each other? Meet, catch up?
Hello. Anything new?
No new deals with Rose or Starost, though they did have interesting words to say. Foshkra, I hope you don't mind if we spoke on your behalf. Part of Rose's offer was... what is the city Mahez currently rules over?
Oh, it's Kalak.
That's right.
Yep.
Rose thought he could win us over by offering your people Kalak should he be victor in this championship. But I assume you'd prefer to work with Rook, no?
There is a deep importance to claiming the city of broken glass. It is the reason I named it specifically.
I figured as much.
Unsurprisingly, Rose assumed any city would be as good as any other for you and your people, but...
No. If the Ignon can take broken glass, sorry, if it is given, then it is my hope that it will be a gift that could bridge the hatred of generations.
Well, good. No changes there. Starost was... well, more ignorant than I assumed he would be. He seems to think Midas wants gold for gold's sake. Not to say that isn't true, but I think Hano's explanation makes more sense. Starost simply seeks to partner with the Autumn Throne until they get the gold they want and then chase them out with magic. Meanwhile, Autumn Throne, I don't know, obliterates the stained glass so that Starost can take over the whole thing.
I think that he just doesn't care as long as he gets what he wants.
Oh, that's true as well.
Then, the plan is we will be victors.
That's right, Reed. We're gonna fuck him up.
I
As far as
give
see it,
I give Lorenz a very critical eye. Are you trying to motivate me?
I'm more or less myself.
Good. I'm going to make pre-blood snacks.
What is your
snacks.
version of snack?
Going to start rushing towards the spot where everyone's meeting and hanging out.
Alright.
So, before the rest of us rush up there, I'm assuming... Are we gonna decide, I guess, with Amadeus's people first? Get rid of Starost's?
The greatest benefit to us would be to stomp Starost into the ground, yes, so that Amadeus will give us safe passage into his lands. Apart from that, seeing Amadeus in second place, Should such a thing be possible, would be ideal, yes.
And his goals do not clash with the goals of Rook.
Well, not necessarily. Amadeus is... I'm sure he would like to win, but as long as he beats Gia, he's agreed to let New Kylax, let Ensei, I should say, govern New Kylax as he has been, to whatever measure that is.
So I guess, if possible, in terms of if we can get a ranking that we would want, Starost dead last, Rose next, and then probably Sazala's, Gia's, and then Amadeus, and then hopefully us on top.
And Ensei Circus somewhere in the middle, yes.
Oh yeah, it's such a shit show. I don't even think that they really want to try.
If he's in dead last, I'm sure it makes no difference. No, but yes, I agree with what you've said.
If either a dancer will be an interesting fight.
See if she can dance with bullets.
If possible, I would like to test her flame myself.
Well, we'll see just how it might not even be combat oriented, based on what Fenton was saying. So, but
If
it sounds...
is combat, yes.
I was gonna say, it sounds like that. It's bleh, sorry. It sounds like we may want to. I don't know if publicly is really the word, but talk to Amadeus's people, his representatives, when we get up there. Get them on our side, I guess, so we can go stomp the roast immediately.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest. If it is combat oriented, Amadeus's men look very capable, and I do fear Starost's casters. Seeking an allyship to deal with them first would be wise.
All right, I guess we have a plan then. Yeah.
I believe so.
Mm.
All right. Shane's gonna start heading towards the champions platform that Reed's already scampered off to.
Skitter scatter.
And everyone's following as well?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Witcher.
You enter a wide open courtyard. It seems to be sandstone, this orange, yellow, brown brick that is what this entire arena is carved out of in the side of this mountain. You wind up a series of staircases, and a few of the guards of the city of Estelheim, mostly Rakakris from Dragonborn, step aside, inspect your badges, and count off 6 of you, and allow you inside. The center of this roughly circular chamber seems to be a large, vast array of weaponry and armor. You see any kind of basic equipment you can possibly imagine. Short swords, crossbows, whips, leather armor, sort of rusty chain armor. Nothing fancy, but all functional, as if to even out the playing field. You seem to be one of the last to have arrived. You see 6 general clusters of other individuals, mostly correlating to the faction. In the You do not get any hints on what the contests will be, no. But on the far side of the corner, you see, sort of near the sun-dappled windows, an array of entirely Vulpinals that appear dressed in sort of ceremonial metal armor for some of them. Two of them seem to be wearing this sort of steel kind of heavy armor in which, kind of like frosted glass, little etches have been painted to resemble constellations of some kind. It's a deep blue, navy blue in color with speckles of white on it. Another two of them seem to be in somewhat lighter armor, but carrying halberds rather than swords. Leor, you recognize one of the male Vulpinals dressed in this ceremonial blue armor is Saltaris. And two of the Vulpinals seem to be sort of older, both female prophets of some kind. They do not wear armor, but they do wear sort of purple shawls and coverings. They seem to be talking amongst themselves, not really mingling with the others very much. To your right, there appear to be 5 dragonborn of different colors and a gnoll, the majority of whom are dressed in robes that mostly match the color of their scales, but the gnoll is an exception. You can see sort of barbed, jagged, hooked armor in his body. There's one large, burly white dragonborn. All 6 you saw when speaking to Starist, Fenton and Lorenz. But this female white dragonborn seems to be carrying a large axe, which is unusual for a mage, but otherwise she resembles a mage. To your left appears to be the entourage from Rose. You can see 6 of his Thorn Guard, all dressed in the same style of armor. Not all the same armor, but this sort of hooked, jagged, black leathers and plates. The Minotaur you saw, tall, carrying a rather gnarly-looking halberd at his side. He's kind of leaning on it, looking at everyone a little dismissively. What catches your eye would most likely be at the center, sort of on a raised table on which there used to be weaponry of some kind that's been swept off, is the very clearly entourage of the Bloody Baron, the circus performers who appear to be strumming some sort of music. One of them seems to have a lute out, the lady you met before. The flame dancer is dancing. You can see them giving a performance of some kind. And near them, a clapping warrior in prismatic armor, this dragonborn with a wide smile on his face you saw near Amadeus. Across the hall, you see the form of the Mirror Knight, just kind of seated on a bench, head in his hands, waiting, kind of ignoring, tuning out the world. The most interesting, you would probably say, would be a group of 6, what you think to be mostly undead creatures. You see 2 of them are entirely skeletal, carrying massive tower shields, motionless, standing at vanguard. Both of them appear to be Minotaur skeletons. You can see directly through their rib cage, but you see some sort of hollow blue energy in their eye sockets. As well as the skeleton of a gnoll with sort of rusty, blood red, sort of gore splattered bones. You can see some of the viscera inside. It seems a bit more animate than the other skeletons, but it's just standing there mostly. And in front of them, there appears to be 2 figures. One female, a Vulpinal of some kind. You can see very elegantly dressed in sort of black ceremonial robes.
Oh no.
Holding the. It's not them. But that's a different Volpone I can see. Female still, but it appears to be holding the elbow of a man dressed in a black cowl that seems sort of hunched, kneeling, resting heavily on a cane to stand. Because he dressed in appears to be a suit, very formal white clothing, but can't really see the face from the hood. And you have entered the Champions Pavilion to socialize as you wish. It is not Donnie and Hyde, no. A different Volpanel.
Had my heart going for a second. Round 2.
Legally distinct.
Round 3.
It's round 2 for me.
2.5.
2.5, yeah. No, you'll see them a lot more. Don't worry.
Gee, thanks.
A lot
Oh
more.
boy.
Just what I
Oh.
wanted to hear.
Hey,
So, we did start a bit late, so I'm happy to continue if you would like. Otherwise, we can stop now and resume next time. But that's up to you.
I'm fine with continuing if you give me 2 minutes to use the restroom real quick.
Sure. I know, Lorenz, you're the one who has to get up early, so only if you're fine to continue.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Sure.
Hey!
I'm sure you won't regret this decision.
Well,
I will regret it, but
so
it's
sad.
getting good.
Yeah. I have.
We'll have
so
more
many
talking. We'll do combat next session, maybe.
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 But do you have people to interact with? So many.
There's a lot of folks in here. Yeah, last time you gave us a list of people to interact with, we failed to do very well at that. But
Yes. I'll post some.
I think the first thing is to approach Amadeus's group, and
yeah.
He only sent 2 people.
yeah,
I'm gonna leave
And
that
theirs.
up
no, he must be
to,
very confident in them.
I'm gonna leave that up to the species that they actually like, and Jane's just gonna go get himself some studded leather armor right off the bat.
Basic
didn't do
armor,
it today.
leather armor. There's no studded leather.
There's no studded leather. What's the point?
It's okay. I'm still in leather armor. I don't need
There's
any of these
there's
things.
basic level of armor, non-magical, you can get.
You said there's whips. Is there chain whips?
There are no chain whips, no.
Sad.
There could be a whipped chain.
There could be a whip chain.
So I'm putting Reed in a box.
Put Reed in the compost box, yes.
No!
The green bin. for
Yes,
Reed.
can I have some whipped chain, please?
Talk to Alex Litany.
Leave.
I will edit in their names if you speak with them.
So, first things first. Reed that is now having the null version of Zoomies is going to half dance, half walk closer to the chromatic kind of themed Dragonborn.
Sure.
Yeah, just like looking up the probably like 3 foot size difference.
Yeah, she's almost 8 feet tall.
Damn.
Oh, pardon me. You the prismatic one from Amadeus?
Yes.
Oh no, he appears to be a golden scaled dragonborn, about 6 feet tall, not too
Okay.
tall, but dressed in this very exuberant, shining armor.
If Reed is going to Amadeus's people, I'm going with him.
They actually seem separate; they're not together. This one seems to be enjoying the revelry of the circus, but the Mirror Knight seems to be quiet, keeping to himself.
Plans, yes. We'll have plans.
What kind of plans is it? Are you here for fun or for...
Crush some Maleficans.
Oh, you're after Malefica, aren't you? You're with Rook's gang, aren't you?
This time.
This time, huh? Smiles, pats you on the shoulder. Look, I have no love for Malefica. Are you saying you wish to aid in the fight against them? whatever it may be.
What aligns with my goals is seeing them at the bottom of this totem pole.
It's not quite a totem pole, just one victor, but I enjoy the spirit. I appreciate it. Don't get too many no's in this arena, so I look forward to seeing what you can do. Looks at Fenton. Are you a friend or a foe?
I am with the Knoll. A friend, if you'll have us.
I see. He offers a hand to shake.
I shake it.
Excellent.
I start dancing away.
And there he goes. You say it is not a totem pole, and yet we do seek some sort of alliance. As far as
permanent.
Well, that depends. Amadeus himself seem amenable to either, but seeing Starost fall quickly is our first priority.
I do not wish for Stars to win, so should you be fighting him and I'm nearby, I will aid you.
Only if it is convenient.
Of course, convenience is always necessary for these kinds of arrangements.
Perhaps we can stretch that if we are willing to aid you in return for one particular group?
That would be the Dynasty.
Of course. Understandable.
Are you an honorable individual?
I can speak for myself, I believe so.
Shrug, seems nonchalant. Well, then I look forward to an excellent alliance. Get some wine, enjoy your night.
You do the same. What was your name again?
Let me check.
Sorry.
Zondai. Pleasure to meet you.
Fenton. It is a pleasure, indeed.
All right. What are the rest of you up to? Who are you speaking with?
Great question.
Someone else better take the lead before I get a second turn.
I guess
The longer you wait.
Lorenz will kind of trail with Reed.
All right.
Nora is going to Soul.
All right. Soltaris, he sees you enter, and you can see him speak briefly with some of the other Vulpanals and pulls away, and kind of like half runs, half jogs towards you, and immediately will go for a hug.
She will hug him very tightly before releasing him.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you. I didn't know you'd be here. What are you doing here?
I didn't get to see you either. It's really nice to see you. It's a long story.
I don't know if you have too long, but I mean, I didn't know why you left. You're running around with these people. You, what are you doing? I don't know. What did they say?
Did she never talk to you about why I left?
No, I can see him wince just a little bit, but she told me that you're somewhere, somewhere better, as she would say. But I was always happy for you. She was always happy for you, but it stung just a bit.
Yeah, I didn't want to go the way I did, but it is so nice to see you. How are your family? How's my family?
Your family has been well. They're very proud of you. That the politics of the United Dynasty. They can't quite show it very much, but they in secret they're very happy for you. I've been training with some of the other star seekers out there and getting ready for the upcoming conflicts, unfortunately. But I've been getting good training. I have some more tricks up my sleeve. I've been doing well in my classes and study the stars, and that's what more can I say? I was invited to be one of the private guards for Jia, as you can see. And he seems a little bit, not quite flustered, but kind of awkward, like rubbing his neck. Smiling just a little bit, despite trying not to.
She would reach out and grab his hand off of his neck and put it back down. So you're gonna rub a bald spot if you keep doing that.
Oh. You can see him kind of freeze up for a second, but a wide smile shows up on his face. You've always told that to me. I've tried to remember, but you know me. So, tell me about your friends. What have you been? How did you meet them? What are you representing? Look, I see.
Yeah. Do you remember the celebration in the Twin Blades? That's where I met all of them, and
Yes, I do. You were
even-
there.
Yeah, not for very long, but
So you got to saw the stars fall up close.
I did. I was thinking of you whenever it started.
Well, I thought of you when I saw them come close, and I'm glad they landed. Well, it's coincidental.
Yeah. But whenever I gave you a hug earlier, she felt fragile, more so than the last time I saw her. Is she okay?
You can see him kind of not wince, but get a little bit tense. You know she can't appear weak in front of the other dynasts, yes? She's sick, we don't know with what, but something about the stars rubs her the wrong way. And one person is not meant to inherit that much power and responsibility, and it's been weighing on her, I can tell. She does her best, but well, she cut off her own tail so it wouldn't overwhelm her. Still, some things seem to have overspilled. But I guess that's the way things are in the dynasty.
Keep taking care of her, and please take care of yourself too. I can't hear about you getting hurt.
No, yeah.
Especially if I'm not there.
Well, it seems that we've decided to meet again at a very interesting time. Our captain, our Star Seeker, is mostly trying to make sure neither of Amadeus's men win. So we'll be going after them, but I don't hope to combat you at all. Gia pulled me aside and told me what she said to you. I'm inclined to agree. What do you say?
Of course. But I should probably get back to the rest of them before they start causing trouble, before the games even begin.
I know. Then you can see him. He really kind of wants to say something, kind of opens his mouth and kind of shuts it, incredibly kind of like nervous, shy, but gives a nod. Yes, yes. Feel free to go and. No. Well, we'll see each other. Hopefully not on combative terms. Oh, blast it! I've waited several years, and there's. You can see he's blushing at the ears. He's completely beside. Like, there's music playing from the car. Once you're done, would you like to go for a dance?
She would smile ear to ear and simply nod, not really able to speak out loud, but she would nod happily.
The most overwhelming sense of relief you can see just floods across his face. And he just smiles and says, yes, well, I'll get back to them. You can get back to your, we'll meet again, right? Okay.
Of course.
There's a smile and a bow, and very happily makes his way back to the group.
And she would make her way back to off to wherever Lorenz and Reed have twirled off to.
I'm currently twirling in front of the Vulcanal sages.
Yes. Lorenz and Reed, the two of you make your way to the remaining 5 Vulcanals there. You can see 3 of them seem to form a protective guard against the 2 appear to be prophets of some kind. And Reed, the Vulcanal who held the spear to your throat as you approached, kind of snarls a little bit along your way, kind of gives a slight sneer.
I give a respectful snarl back.
And what is it that you want?
Merely to enjoy the sublime company. Remember how bright the stars were the night Talani died.
Why have you come up to us?
Do you not talk to people? Converse. Be social with other creatures.
I'm of the opinion that some are too social for their own good.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Is this one of your allies?
Yeah, you could say that.
You have my condolences. Do you wish to converse?
I don't believe that I have much to say, but I am.
Yeah, be braver. Talk with them.
And you see
Go.
what I have to deal with.
I hear what you have to deal with. Right. You represent Rook, don't you?
I do, yes.
Have you any interest against Amadeus and his men? Or even New Kylex?
Well, we actually went to talk with the Blade Baron, and it seems to me that he doesn't care.
Well, that is the calling card of New Kylex, yes.
I don't suppose that I'm directly opposed, but Amadeus, on the other hand, I don't think I'd like to see him win.
We have that in agreement. If I am to be correct, The two spheres of this conflict are between us and Amadeus, and between you and Rose. I don't imagine that Rook and Rose get along very well. Is that correct?
That is correct. I also don't get along with Rose either.
Well, fortunate. Then I will offer you the conditional alliance that, provided Rose and his troops are alive, I will aid you against his. So long as Amadeus's troops are alive, you will aid us against them.
Sounds like an agreement to me. And Lawrence will hold his hand out. He's not sure if like this is the appropriate thing to do, but he's just gonna hold his hand out for a handshake.
He accepts, and you can feel a faint little buzz throughout the air, as if it's listening to you, noting these handshakes.
Oh, you've done it now.
Lore.
Well, can Laura sort of like focus in on that sensation?
Yes.
And
Roll me a charisma check. What are you trying to focus in on specifically?
where it's coming from, or more or less what is it?
Sure. Roll an Arcana check and a Charisma check.
Okay, so I'll do that in that order. So I'll do Arcana.
Oh no.
And then Charisma.
Okay.
Oh, that's a save.
That'll do. That's still enough. Minus your proficiency bonus. Okay.
Okay.
You don't know specifically what the spell is or where it's originating from, but with your charisma check and your attunement with the arcana and magic, this is a room that has been enchanted with some form of glyph that creates a contingency. You are attuned enough to know that your words, and specifically the actions and handshakes you make and promises you make, they won't necessarily be bound, but they have some sort of magical expectation to them. You're not bound to your word, but it's more of an officially coded agreement.
They'll know you as a liar.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Lorenzo.
However, we also don't know if it's just you or the whole group.
That is true, but I suppose that we'll find out later. So Lorenz will give a firm handshake and then let go.
I wish you well. Gives a nod, and gives a nod to Reed.
Guess you're not good for conversation. I saw an Ignan up there once in the stars.
Many people see many things when they do not know how to read the stars. Perhaps you were dreaming.
Perhaps I am. You're too serious for your own good. Enjoy the music. Dance. I'll twirl away.
Have a good day. And Lorenz will follow,
And gives a
being
nod.
like a chaperone.
You only think you can keep up with me.
Well, I'm doing a good job so far.
All right. What are the rest of you up to in this meanwhile? Fenton, Fosca, Chain.
I guess once Chain has his armor on, all situated, he's gonna. He doesn't know any of these people, so he's gonna go stay next to Foskra and talk to him.
Posters is kind of standing somewhere not in the way.
It's easy enough to do. So go ahead.
James is gonna walk up next to him, kind of like finishing up fixing like the buckles and stuff on his armor. Man, remember in Lusker when I tried so hard to get us to not be involved in politics?
Must apologize for being the one who dragged us into it.
Well, see, the difference is at least with this one we have personal. What's the words?
Wasn't
We have a
added
reason to be part of this that isn't just some bullshit. You know, we're not doing this for Sierra and Bell, who we've never met before. This is for you, for your people. It's, you know, something that's actually beneficial and not to get somebody out of something that they did.
It is only beneficial for me and my people to do this. Not you. And yet you are here anyway.
Kurtesh, our people are very different, but there's also a lot of similarities. Do you know what the aim of the Order of the Mockingjay is supposed to be?
Other than act in the shadows and be knives in ribs.
The way that the Order was pitched to me when I joined it was we were working to make life better for the average Kenku. I don't know if Fenton ever told any of you this, or if he stuck true to his word, but the night that the stars fell in the Twin Blades, the reason that I was there in that plaza was because I was there to kill a man who was trying to kick all the Kenku out of the city. And I succeeded.
Foshker just kind of looks down at him without turning his head. Just.
There are many times when one must shed blood for their people. It is not a wrong thing to do in my eyes.
Oh, I'm not losing any sleep over it, trust me. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm here because I believe in what we're doing. I don't, admittedly, you know, before I met you, I knew nothing of the Ignin or what was going on over in the sands. But it sounds like the Ignin and the Kenku can unfortunately see eye to eye on some experiences. And I'm here, Pritesh, because I respect you as a person. I mean, you barely know or knew me, and still you didn't hesitate to throw yourself in front of me. And with the whole Whistler thing, I owe all of you something that I don't know if I'll ever be able to repay.
You will repay it by simply doing better, by growing, learning. At least that is all I ask of those who know my name.
And I'm not entirely sure if I understand what that means yet, but I am trying to do better. I don't know if working on getting rid of Beldain is a good first step, but I feel like it's the right first step for me.
As long as you try, Jane. And that is what matters in the end. And only you can judge if you are successful or not.
Well, I can definitely tell you that I'm trying.
Then you walk the right path. And I hope that fire burns it easy for you.
Hey, you go ahead.
But perhaps you are right, Jean. There are many things in the world that could be, or should be, things that bind people instead of separate them. It is not a thing that any true Ignan is raised to believe. And we fight, and we struggle, and we hate, and we rage to try and keep everything that we know from turning into nothing but ash and sand. Do you see the fire dancer, Jane?
Jane will look over at the fire dancer. Yeah.
Notice the way she throws the fire. Notice the beads in her dress. She is not Ignan. But that dance is Ignan. I have never seen anyone who is not Ignan dance as we do, and do it well. It is another lesson for me that there are those who can understand. Perhaps the Kenku can understand as well.
You channel your anger when you fight, right?
The steep flame that burns in my heart. And anger is the easiest emotion to channel it with.
Question for you, Fel.
Yes.
Would Chain know in character that Kanku are the only ones that can be soul knives, or is that
Yes.
just kind of like a myth? Okay, so he would know. Did you know that in all of the stained glass lands, there's one particular set of skills that only Kanku have been able to learn? And Chain will summon a Isonic blade and let it like hover above his hand. These blades, these soul knives, as they've been called, at least from what I know and what I've been led to believe, at least, these can only be created by Kenku because of the intensity and depth of the emotions that we feel. And nowadays, yes, most of it is anger and jealousy. And that is a lot of what I end up channeling when I create these, even before I prayed to Beldain. But to be able to conjure these, Kenku have to go through something incredibly burdensome and traumatic to be able to feel something intense enough to create and manifest these abilities. There are people that have died trying to understand and conjure these. So I guess, in a way, even though our fighting styles are entirely different, we do also fight similarly, I guess.
What would happen, Jin, if you fully let go of your hate and your jealousy? Would you be able to still summon your knives?
I don't know. And the weird thing is, you know, ever since I've been trying to work on getting rid of Beldane's influence, I never had any success. But yesterday, I didn't use my blades a single time. I used a short sword when we fought the Green Cloaks, and I used Donnie's guns when we fought him and Hyde in the vault. And that was the first night that I was actually able to make progress in purging her from my body, from my being. So I don't know what'll happen if I succeed in getting rid of her, in getting rid of my anger, my hatred, my jealousy.
Well, it is not all connected to Beldain. If you are able to do it before her. So there is at least that.
True, I was able to do it before her, but I was still channeling those emotions. I just hadn't. When I prayed to Beldain that night, it was. I felt as if something inside me had changed. Before that, you know, there's like not everybody in the order worships Beldain. Some do, some don't. I grew up in a group of Kenku that still worshipped Craven. And so during my entire time in the order, yeah, I tried praying to Beldain, but I don't think my heart was ever really in it. I think I still held myself back. But that night, after that conversation with Koss and everything that he had told me, I think I actually like truly let my anger and my hatred in that night. I think that's why that time It worked, and I heard her speak back.
Well, Jane, perhaps you will be the first Kenku that finds a different emotion to summon your knives with. And perhaps I will be the first Ignon in generations to visit all 4 of the shrines.
What are the shrines?
There is the one here, at the very peak. It is where I went when you were talking to the other Kenku, the one that dealt with the dragon's blood.
Echo.
Fushgrid kind of holds out his right hand, palm up, closes his claws, opens them again to have like a flame in his palm, and then the flame is snuffed out, and there's just like a swirl of wind for like a bit before it disappears.
The mountain is sacred to the tribe of Oron. And so, I can only imagine that the other tribes of the folk have their own. And it pains me to say I do not know where the Ignon shrine truly is. But Gergen knows. And I do plan on getting answers from her.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the mountain is the Orange Shrine when it seems to be the Terran's home.
The Terrans have many homes. Many of them none can ever see. But this mountain, it is truly the highest point in all of these lands. It is closest to the winds, closest to the air. And the Oron have lived here longer than the Terran ever have.
Makes you wonder what the Oran would have thought if the Terrans had succeeded with their plan.
If the Terrans had succeeded, and they had blown the top of this mountain, there would be broken eggs, and the blood of the folk running in rivers down the sides of this mountain. There is not much left of what we used to be. And I cannot even imagine the anger the Oron would have felt against such an insult and destruction of what is left of their heritage.
Is there like an Oran that's in charge around here?
Gergen speaks for the triumvirate of the folk that reside here. Hopefully, when this contest is over, I can walk back into that chamber with more than just Gergen standing there, but the representatives of all the folk who live in Estelheim.
Yeah, I don't think she's the one to lead anymore after her actions. And that's someone from outside all of this.
She is blinded by hate. And I cannot fully dismiss it. For it was how I was for many years.
You and me both.
Hmm.
I guess with that, we're just kind of standing there watching the rest of the crowd.
Awesome.
Wow.
And I think this is a good time to pick it up next time.
Phew.
We will resume with the conversations in the pre-arena sort of meeting room.
Wow, that's
Alrighty then.
a lot of intense moments this session.
It was a lot.
Yeah. I'm very excited for the upcoming few sessions. I don't know, I'm having a lot of Estelheim was sort of leading up to this moment, so I'm glad it's getting to actually happen.
I
Yeah.
desire great violence. I'm going to throw mud at that mirror knight.
Oh, not until the very end. And then sure, I guess.
I am already building a mental image of how a fight between Foshkra and the Fire Dancer is gonna go.
We'll
Romantic?
see.
Romantic?
I wouldn't. Oh.
Sorry, that's the firm speaking. You know what? Maybe. Let's stop the recording here.
Angry Lorenz is great.
Angry Lorenz is great.
120% sass.
Like I was not expecting Rose to be okay with Lorenz speaking like that to him.
I mean, more or less, Rose was sort of an outlet for all of the shit that Lorenz has been feeling. I mean, he hasn't had a specific target for all that hatred and rage, and there Rose comes in and it's like, okay, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
another lean in trade lore that owns slaves. That works.